Hello, good morning, beautiful, lovely souls. Happy Monday. It's the first day of the week here and in many countries. So usually that it would be more challenging because people had a weekend, they've been relaxing or partying, and apparently it's sort of the most depressive day of the week, Monday, for in countries that are Monday is the first day of the week. Obviously, if you are in Iran, where I'm from, Saturday has the same effect. So they call it Monday blues. And today I feel, because there are a couple of lovely friends who are going through tough times, and today is a very important day for them. So I've been praying and thinking of them and thinking of anyone who's going through challenges at the moment, whether it's health or wealth or family disputes or relationships, whatever it is. Obviously, always seems worse when we have to go and really look into it and face it. Whereas if you can hide a bit, or when we are with other friends or family, people who care for us and is makes it make our lives easier, it's always easier to deal with stuff. But it's when we go to bed, maybe, or first thing when we wake up, maybe these thoughts start coming. And especially, as I say, for those of us who at the moment are really looking things into the eyes and have to make big decisions. And believe me, obviously there are so many people who are suffering out there. And so that's why, for me, not to be dismissive of that suffering, of course, never, because when my head hurts, that becomes the most important thing in my world. As compassionate as I am, as loving as I am, as soul conscious that I am, if I am, not always. What happens when I have a small suffering? I cut my finger, suddenly everything becomes about, oh, my finger, my finger. And then, because we are in a tribal mindset, as we are body conscious anyway, still, what happens then if it's someone closer to me, so next step up, then I really take that into heart more more profoundly. Then goes the next step. And if you want to have compassion and be loving towards all creatures, large and small, then sometimes can be really challenging. And that's why we have to know how much to open ourselves up to these situations. But as I say, all these things exist and we all have our own crosses to bear, so to speak. So that's why I have discovered in my own life that gratitude really has been a great, I can say, crutch. Because, we are energetic beings, even though we connect with each other on a physical level, but we are much more than that. Um, if you're looking at this video, for example, you might think, oh, she's nice, she's not nice, but it's more than how I look or how I'm portrayed, is the energy that you get that makes you want to connect with me or not. The same, we are all the same, we are all energetic, sort of vibrational, give and take kind of beings. And when the vibration is give and take on a, in a way, it's divine, it's beautiful, because we see each other. I see you, you see me, not as this person, but as that vibration that is expressed as this person. What happens? We make each other feel better. And I think that's, for me, that's always been very important. I like to always leave a room happier than when I entered it. But at the same time, it's not about ego. Maybe at some stage was, but now I'm like, I'm not responsible for the happiness of others, but I am responsible for giving as much as I can and holding the space as a human being. So I think that's it. As human beings, because we are beings, it's not about doing, it's human beings. We are here to lift each other's up. So for me, that is the absolute truth, that if I harm you in any way, intentionally, that is on me. Then I have to deal with that. But at the same time, I am not responsible for your happiness or your, uh, unless it's something that you're seeking. If I'm your teacher, if you come to me for a session, still I'm not responsible. I'm holding the space. We are all responsible for our own emotional responses to what's happening outside of us. Because reality, we can't really change what's happening outside. We just can change our perception of what's happening outside and send loving thoughts and energy and hold that space. And the same goes when our loved ones are suffering, which, believe me, as I'm saying this, I've been through many experiences when I have fallen apart, when my loved ones are suffering with something. But then when I learn to just sit still a bit, connect to my own higher self and to the divine, and see that person or that situation as capable of doing the same, that is, that's a game changer. When I sit in gratitude, the energy, first of all, the frequency changes. But when I see that my friend having to look, I don't know, face something very challenging, my client, my partner, my neighbor, anyone, we are, and we are, as I say, energetically, vibrationally, we are connected, we are linked. So I personally, from a very young age, I'm always very open to energy. So I have to be aware of that. So if I'm every time when I used to feel sorry for someone, that is such a negative energy. I've learned that uplifting people, looking them, from as if you look up to them rather than look down on them, it changes the energy pattern and the power they feel. When you look at people and think, you know what, you can do it. Even, you know what, sometimes we shouldn't say that to the person at the moment they're upset and they're telling you they're upset, or they are showing you they are upset by their body language, or you give them the space to express themselves. One of the things that is very important if you want to help someone, don't say, oh, you can't fix it this way, that, don't give advice, just sit with that. But inside, I'm talking internally, always think, oh, you can do it though, you can do it. And of course, when it gets to the next step, the person is ready to hear it, then you can show them. If you're in that kind of field, like coaches, healers, then they can show some steps. But holding that vision, that perception that you are going to be okay, and that is it. So your mission, should you accept it, is, even if it's one person, and that one person is you, looking in the mirror this today and feeling really down, or something comes to your mind, bills, relationships, illness, whatever, just look into your own eyes and see the spark that is your soul being expressed through your eyes, through your being, and hold this gratitude that you are here and you are doing it and you can do it, and you are magnificent, and you are the game changer. You are the power in your life. For now, love, light, and namaste.